rapper, yeah, you can't see me coming. What you tryna do, baby girl, come with me. You can ride a rocket ship to space, call me.
Get you closer to me like my brother just said. Really can't stay committed, I only want I know she relentless, what we doing.
Why this topic kept coming up so much throughout the week. It like reiterated to me, just live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all we can do. I can't really. What I've done is what I've done. What I'm gonna do, yeah, I can control that. You know what I'm saying? But like to an extent, like if a car were to fall, you know what I'm saying, like right in front of me or something. I mean, I can only do so much, but to dodge the car. But yeah, just live in the moment.
Everyone
goes
deep.
In the moment.
It goes deep, bro. Cause literally, like Habshaw, everyone here too. Right now, times are not the same as they used to be. So it's
Facts.
a very uncomfortable feeling for me. And
What do you mean by that?
as in, like, obviously, you're good and then you're not. You get what I'm saying? And you don't ever know when you're not gonna be good because life is just so unexpected sometimes where it just hits you and you gotta kind of just readjust with what you're doing. But even through all this thing, whatever, like I've realized that too. Like the biggest thing that stood out to me now is like staying in the moment because for the last like week or two we've been staying in the moment. You know, just been making music and stuff. And we got a really good like foundation now. Like we got amazing music that we're producing. Like everything that we produce now is more like we're here. You get me? Like everyone's heads in the same place, their heads in the same spot, and we're just producing and like creating like amazing music. You know, like to a whole nother level. Even though the shit storms around us, the storms are going around us. We're just in the same spot. What we're doing and staying focused. And we've been making a lot of amazing music, like I said already.
Facts.
I'm just staying in the moment. So just.
Do you feel that what you're going through right now in life, it helps you create better music?
Oh yeah, bro.
Wow.
It builds. It gives the music a lot of character, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
you start like molding yourself into something.
Well, yeah,
like,
that's life, right? It
Exactly.
throws you punches so you could create character.
Well, you paint yourself into that picture. It gives you a bigger canvas, so to speak, because then it's like, or my bad, more paint, because then you have more things to put onto the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Make something beautiful.
Maybe just whatever painting you're painting out on your canvas, maybe someone else can relate to it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the message.
You know,
bro.
and it doesn't matter. Like today, you could write a sad song, right? And then tomorrow, you might not feel the same. You might fucking do a song that you just party with.
Definitely, bro.
Exactly.
It's cool.
And that's the beauty of music, and in general with all this too. You know, like Thomas brought it up the other day that one of his friends or somebody he knows mentioned that they see the progression from the first episode to like up to now where we're at, like at 14. I think 14, right?
Yeah, I think
So
about 14, 15. This is
around
I think
there,
it'll be
so
15. I can't remember. Lost count. It's a lot.
And I looked back, I reflected on like, if you go back to the page right now, I'll put it up in the screen too. If you go back and you see from like the very top, from the very bottom to the very top, dude, and you just go slowly like it's like a weird time lapse of improvement. It's like not weird, but it's like cool.
Well, you're the one doing you're editing all this, so you're seeing that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's cool. It's cool seeing how we're painting the picture in a way. You know,
Okay.
with what we're doing.
Edited by Various. Oh.
New edits on the way. Check out that for that new Instagram.
Yeah, let's go
TikTok.
check out, run those reels up at NTST Money, at Various NTS, at Wiseflow NTS.
NTS Division.
He doesn't have a reel up, but still go check his page out.
I don't have a lot of shit up.
He's gonna post something soon.
He's gonna start posting.
The back of his head. He's gonna post the barcode. Dude, you should make that an NFT. High key. That would be hard, dog.
Ooh,
That would actually be hard.
it's a good one.
Think about it. Hey, but speaking about NFTs and just like electrical money, electrical currency, do you guys hear about that? Was it Forex? No. What was it? It was a certain cryptocurrency that recently crashed, bro. I forgot the name of it.
You spoke on it the other day.
Yeah, like the CEO lost like $16 billion or something like that overnight.
I don't understand that shit. How does that?
That's crazy. 16 bill.
I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable of it. From what my understanding, they said that he was trying to do what banks do, how they borrow people money to make more money, and something got messed up in the way. I'm not too sure on it, but I read an article on that. That's what it was saying. That was part of the problem. He was trying to use other people's money to invest, and then messed up, and then like overnight went bankrupt. It's crazy, bro.
You think that's a downfall for every other cryptocurrency that's out there?
It makes you think, bro. It makes you like. It made me really, really think. Like, what assets do I have really, you know, like what assets do you really have
that are
when
tangible.
when times are like everything's just like done. You have no bank, you have nothing you can run to. Like, what are your assets? Like gold, silver, actual cash. I don't think it hold as much value if something like that were to happen. Like
Imagine. Okay, just imagine this.
frenzy, bro.
Oh no, you
Hold on. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, but there's no light. There's no power. You go on your phone, you turn it on, doesn't work.
Damn. You understand the mayhem that would cause in the world?
You go outside, and it's total mayhem, bro. During the day, maybe it's gonna be calm, right? Because it's daytime. Everybody's gonna probably try to help out at one another. Soon as that nightfall kicks in, bro. Oh shit!
Like the purge.
nah, but
That shit's gonna be wild.
tell them about tell them about Transcendence,
So imagine all that cryptocurrency
Oh,
all gone,
bro.
bank
Trip out.
statements gone.
Trip out. And this is hypothetically speaking. This is my theory. I saw this movie called Transcendence, bro. It's about a scientist that something happened. He got sick or something. He died, and he worked with AI. He was very deep into AI, and right before he died, he was experimenting how to transfer like monkey's consciousness to a actual like a hard drive or something like that. And I guess he did discover it, and he put it away in his files. And I guess when he was dying, somebody mentioned it that was a possibility that they could do that on him, transfer his mind to a hard drive. And he died, I guess. And then the wife was trying to look for ways to bring him back, and then she found the monkey tape where he tested the actual AI to transfer the consciousness, and she did it on him, and it worked. So pretty much he comes back in a computer form, and they make this whole thing how he has access to all the banks. So he like transfers money over to the lady. They open up a big science laboratory of AI, and they get really advanced in the AI, and then it goes downhill pretty much like how we would expect, like artificial intelligence running the world. It could eventually just take over and do some evil stuff, right? But the trippy part about it is that when they were presenting the idea before the man died, in the crowd, it was like a slight 2-second clip of Elon Musk like just looking at the people, and then he never pops up in the movie again. Like he just, I don't know, just random, just very random. Like Elon Musk pops in for the one clip of the movie, and then just never pops in the movie again. And then it's whole things about AI and all this stuff, and who's like the biggest technology guy right now in the world? Elon Musk, right? With the Tesla and all this stuff he's doing. Like that new Tesla phone, I don't know if you guys seen that. Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Of course, obviously.
That's my theory on that. Like,
hypothetically speaking.
you know how they say they put messages in movies?
Yeah, very subliminal with that.
This one was like recently, bro.
Bro.
Like not too long ago they made the movie.
I got something else to say about that after, but go ahead, Raul.
No, go ahead.
No. It's about something else. It's on another. It's the same thing, but not the same thing.
I just feel that we're just a comical from everything going back to primal, bro. I'm not even worried about AI. Worry about what's coming out from the sky. Look at every other civilization. What do they do? We're looking at the sky. We can't even look at the sky. You can't. If it was to go dark, all of a sudden we have a total blackout, and you see the night sky, I know for a fact a lot of people are gonna start tripping out. Just take that in. Just imagine that shit.
You know, speaking of, my bad. I'll let you
Nah,
take
go
that in for a
ahead. Go
second.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, take it in for a second. Take it in for a second. Everyone in the audience, taking it for a second too. Taking it for a second.
Stop.
Crickets. Nah, continue.
Chill. All right,
All right, for sure. So, speaking of up in the sky, have you guys ever seen this movie called The Fourth Kind?
You mentioned the other day.
Fourth kind.
Have you seen it, V?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen it, Raul?
I might have.
Bro, so basically it's about this. Just to let y'all know, I'm not the best storyteller, so if I get, just bear with me. But basically, it's about this movie where it starts off with this lady moving to this town called Nome, Alaska. And I guess basically she's an archaeologist or an anthropologist, something, maybe not an anthropologist, but like an archaeologist or something. She studies like artifacts and stuff. And so I guess basically she gets to this town and she's heard that like weird things are happening. Like people go missing. They come back with weird marks. Oh no, that's what she is. She's a psychologist. So basically what she ends up doing is like interviewing some of these people who have had these experiences. And she's like, oh, well, what do you remember? You know, just the questions to like jog their memory to bring them back. And so basically she starts interviewing everyone, and they start saying that they're seeing aliens. They're getting abducted and stuff. So basically it goes down where she starts doing so much research and so much research, and she starts meeting people, and she actually sees a few people have OBE, like out of body experiences, where it's as if they're being possessed, to where what they're saying isn't even a dialect that we know to this day, or it might be in a very ancient language like Sumerian or like Aramaic or something of that nature. But basically, she herself had an experience, and it like drove her crazy. And I think in the last video, it's her, but it's like a video of her, and like her mouth is just like expanding to this length that is like unimaginably possible, just saying something in Sumerian, and it's just crazy. It's a great movie though. Shouts out to Fourth Kind.
Would you recommend us taking a little hit of the what do you call it, Delta 8, and watching the movie?
Yeah, I definitely would recommend that.
I don't do that no more. I do Delta 7.
You're going down.
This one just
DBL, Down Bad Lou.
it just makes me smile for
So
a second.
I watched a documentary called Ancient. Hold on, I don't.
Please
wanna
don't say
fuck-
Ancient Aliens.
Nah, bro. Okay.
Bro,
Ancient Apocalypse. Okay, it's a documentary. I mean, the guy was with Joe Rogan. He did a recent podcast. That's how I found out about it, and I watched it. Highly recommend it, bro. Check it out.
you know what I just thought when you said that right now? You know how history always repeats itself? Like,
It's a theory.
say from this time, from the last apocalypse, from this time, and from here to the next apocalypse, like, probably a movie called, like, a modern day apocalypse, like the modern day apocalypse type thing, you know? If you get what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like somewhere down the future, this time will be remembered as, like, one of the times where, like, we're very crucial.
I don't even
and-
think we'll. Trust me, if that was shit to happen, bro, like not all of us would be able to live long enough to live.
No, we probably
it-
wouldn't see it.
Like
We
in this
probably wouldn't see it.
documentary, like it shows like there's underground cities, bro, and they're old.
Damn.
You know, and that shit trips you the fuck out
That's
because
crazy.
they're like, look into it, watch it. I don't want to fuck up the thing. You guys could learn something new. You know, it's pretty interesting. You know, it just makes you trip out. Like, how long have we been on this planet for?
Bro,
you
we've
know.
been here for a minute, and it's like, bro, right now we're like the way technology is
TikTok.
moving, like
Well, how
the
do
things that we'll see in the next years coming, it was gonna be like,
well, how do we know?
unbelievable.
Well, how do we know we were at our best? Maybe there was another civilization that they were at their best. Like, look at the tale of Atlantis, you know, or forgot. They even mentioned it here in the documentary about a guy like going towards South America, and him talking about these beautiful cities and they were around. Then he go back and nothing's there but a jungle. You know, now that they're trying to turn some of that rainforest into soya bean farms. They're finding out they can't grow shit in there. Cause that whole thing is a man-made fucking garden. It's just overgrown because everybody died.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You know, like shit like that. Like, you have to learn that shit when you get older. I find that very fascinating. Like, how long would it take for us to go extinct? And then someone sees like maybe the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty. Look, this is what left from fucking the past civilization.
Or even imagine they're seeing it, but they're like on top of it. They're looking down at it rather than looking up to it.
Maybe it's not yeah, but you never know. Maybe it's not gonna be livable to live down here. Maybe it's gonna be too hot, too cold. Maybe they're gonna, you know, make a fucking flying city.
Yeah, you never know at this point.
Never fucking know, bro.
Yeah, once you start thinking about things, it's like, damn, bro.
It's alright. It's cool, you know. But I mean, most likely we're not gonna be alive to see that shit.
don't think so?
Nah.
We're gonna be
We
alive.
don't know.
To see
We
some
don't know.
stuff.
We'll
'Cause you're not
see.
even that old either.
We'll see some shit. Like I never in my fucking mind, when we got shut down with all that shit was going on,
With COVID,
I never, stop being so fucking scared, bro.
No, I'm scared. Just,
You know, who the fuck was gonna imagine like they're gonna pay you to stay home, bro?
right?
I
hey,
never
not everybody
imagined
got
that.
paid though, dog. What you mean?
Well,
I was thugging through that shit, dog. Goddamn. No, but
Same.
hard times,
that
bro.
shit, but hard times create strong men.
Exactly.
Strong men create good times.
You know, it just trips you the fuck out. Like going to the store and not seeing anything in the grocery shelves.
Bro, you see it right now. It's
Bro.
happening too. Like, there's so much things going on right now. Like, people don't realize it's getting very weird, bro. Like,
Literally,
like Amazon just fired a bunch of people, or they're firing a bunch of people right now.
Yeah, the economy's
Target
going
doesn't
to
have
shit,
a
bro.
lot of stock.
Target's low on stock, so they're losing a lot of money. Like, everybody's, even the people that you think wouldn't be losing money are losing money because everything's just so messed up in the economy. It's like so, this is not good. Not much money is being generated right now, and a lot more money is being given than generated.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
That's
I can't fact check that. My bad. I mean,
That's how depressions are formed, though.
But that's how I
because
see it, though. That's how I'm looking at it.
When
I mean,
too much money is spent and not any money is brought back into the economy, it fails. So that's what happened in the 20s, I think it was, or whenever the depression was. They started giving out all these loans, letting people. Oh no, the recession back in 2008. I'm sorry. Banks started giving out all these loans and everything to all these people, giving out all this dough. And they weren't getting anything back because everyone's like defaulting on their payments. Nobody's, you know what I'm saying, keeping up with it, paying it, any of that. And so, boom, the economy fails.
and you know what's crazy?
Yeah, but you know what, bro, that shit comes from that shit was bound to happen. It's just the people.
History repeats itself.
Well, it's not that. It's the people that are left and they're in charge make certain laws that they know how to take advantage of that shit. Okay, we go to school. They don't teach us nothing about how to manage money. They don't teach us how to balance a fucking check. We don't learn this shit. We learn it as we get old. You know, basically, you go to school, and I see it now. Like my kids waking up at a certain time. Why? Because they have to be there.
Mm-hmm. That mindset.
You know, looks like a fucking job. Everything they do. You know,
Yeah, the
even
whole 9 to
they even take their own computers. Like it looks like my daughter looks like she works at a fucking office.
You know what they say?
I'm being real with that shit.
The school system is based on a school system from, I don't want to say what part of the world, but it's based on a certain kind of school system. The whole structure of how
You know
schools
what?
is nowadays.
I'll put it on here. Fuck the asshole whoever created homework, bro. Straight the fuck up.
Truth.
It's because you didn't want to do homework and dish and go.
I
smoke
never
weed. Doesn't
did.
mean-
I never
That's
did my
not-
look. I never did
for
my
me.
homework. Growing up, I never did my homework. I just aced my test and just did well enough just to pass a grade. I didn't give a fuck about homework.
No, I agree. It's not for everybody, but you know what? I would agree, and I don't agree with the whole school system and how everything is structured completely. But I do see the part that is good about it for kids is the structure. You know, the structure of doing something or being disciplined to do your work because you got.
You know what, bro? But that doesn't come from school. That shit's
it comes
taught
from
at home.
Yeah, definitely. No, but I'm just saying the people that not everybody has that at home. You have to also have to understand the reason why they don't teach us about taxes and all that stuff. How you say they don't show us in school? It's because if they had a good mom and dad that were knowledgeable and learned about that and
bro.
showed them, then they would know that.
If you teach a whole bunch of people how to manage money, you know you're gonna have a lot of wealthy people in this country.
Well, the schools, that's not the school's responsibility. You get me? That's the
I'm
parents'
not-
responsibility because there's a bunch of kids that are like 15, 14 investing
Okay,
into Forex
let
and
me tell you this.
cryptocurrency and make
So-
millions because their parents were
Okay,
knowledgeable.
so
of
what
things.
But
about-
he's talking about the schools, though.
Okay, what about
No, I get
getting
that.
an 18-year-old kid? Okay, because I believe when you're 18, you're still a fucking kid, bro. You're a teenager. You know, it's in your 18. It's a fucking teen. 19. They're still kids. But it's okay for them to get enrolled into fucking the military or to take out a fucking student loan and get sauce with thousands of dollars, bro. That's okay. But you can't teach them how to fucking, hey, you know what? Learn how to do this shit. No, bro. This
No,
shit's rigged.
I
This
definitely,
shit's rigged, bro.
agree with that. Well, yeah, I mean, we all know that.
know?
It's very clear to the world that
No, it
Things are
shouldn't
like
be clear
that.
to the world. It should be clear to us Americans, bro. People that live in this country. You know, that's what we have to do. We have to pay more attention to this shit, but we have so many fucking distractions. You know, if it's not a celebrity doing something stupid and that being emphasized in the fucking media, everybody pays attention to what the Kardashians are doing or what Kanye is saying. You know, they don't look at the real world, bro. Look at the war that's going right now with Russia and what's the other country?
China,
No,
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
yeah, Russia, and Ukraine.
Follow the paper trail, bro. There's a lot of shit that we have no control over. People that are in positions of power that take advantage of this shit.
Yeah, but that's where it goes back to the person, though, bro. It's
But
like
I
you
think
could-
I
agree
think
with that.
everybody is vulnerable to that, though. Think about it. If you
Yeah.
were put in a position of that, I mean, how long does it take for you to become the villain? You know?
In what context, though? What are you talking about? What context?
Well, it depends how you look at it as the villain. You know, if you're taking like
Villain
look
of what though? Like the system, the
yeah, if you're in the system, you know how to work it. You know, you're taking advantage of other people. Like put it.
But that's where the mental shift comes into play, bro. Because I get what you're saying,
Mhm.
but also up to the person, bro. Like, if you really get knowledgeable of this stuff, you can understand what's going on and you
Yeah,
can do
but
differently and do
that's-
better. But it's like that's where
No,
that's
yeah.
where it gets down to the point where it's like, okay, the people that weren't shown that, is there?
Okay,
Should we
do
feel
you-
sorry for
do
them?
you want
Or
a
should we be
nation-
like,
you want a nation
That's their
of
problem. They're not learning. You get me?
You want a nation of smart people, educated people, you know, that are gonna do shit right, or you want a nation of dumbasses and take advantage of them and just make money off of them.
Yeah, that's true. Like the unemployment, like when the unemployment thing happened, everybody was just scamming and
Dude,
taking
no
advantage
one
and
wanted to
sitting on their
fucking work.
cheeks.
You saw that at work. No one wanted to work. Whoever was getting that feria didn't want to work. You know who does? You
Well, that's what separates the
a lot of
successful
people
from
were
the
get-
unsuccessful.
a lot of
You get what
people.
I'm saying?
Yeah, but a
Like,
lot of people are making more money because of that. You know,
yeah, that's how it works, bro. That's the laws of this country. You know, like it's always something's always hand in hand. It's like whenever they do something, there's always something behind it. Giving all this money away, but now everybody can't even afford to pay some of this money back. I mean, that's where like society and the everything just crumbles because there's no more like balance and
you
everything's
think
over.
the morals of this country have gone to waste?
That too, the school system, like social media is one of the biggest things.
Look at all that money that went to that war. That they're funding. Well, you know, they're giving out that feria to that country, bro. Instead of investing it back into the country, to the infrastructure and everything. You know, start fixing these roads. Like where I stay at, bro, they started fixing some water pipes and shit. They didn't do a good job. The roads are all fucked up. They don't give a shit. I still remember when I used to go to school. I mean, I'm pretty sure times have changed, you know, but we used to go to field trips.
Facts, bro.
They don't do that shit.
Let
A
me
lot of
ask you-
kids don't do the field trips no more.
Yeah, your daughters have never been on a field trip.
They
with the
have,
school?
but it's fucking maybe once a year, and it's like
Wow, bro.
they'll go to the fire station.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of shit is that?
you could argue it's a blessing to even have free schooling. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I get what you're saying, but it ultimately leads back to the person. Like, it's up to the person to make the decision.
No
like,
way.
You want this or you want that. Because, dude, if you go to the places where there's money and poverty isn't as low,
Or-
they're not thinking about this. They're thinking about how to make more money, how to
Well, I'm pretty
capitalize
now,
on things. You get
now,
me?
yeah, you have the ability for more information, and it's free. You just have to look for it, right?
So that's what I'm saying. There's more like laziness right now. There's more struggle, and not everybody. I'm saying not everybody chooses to struggle. So sometimes some struggles are inevitable, and you can't do nothing about it. But there's people that are struggling sometimes that could do something about it. And right now is like the era of like endless opportunity. You can make money in so many ways right now with just the internet and everything that we have.
Do
at
you
our
believe right
fingertips.
now we're in easy times?
Of course, hell yeah, bro. It's the easiest times we ever lived in. Like if our ancestors were born in our time and this time, I'm sure we would have been good by the time we're older, you know, because they would have probably took advantage of it too.
So right now you could say that we have weak men.
A lot of weak men. Even if you're not successful, you're still trying though. that's where like the character's built, and then you'll get to the point because it's inevitable. You're putting too much a lot of energy towards something that's better for you.
You're attracted.
Winning is inevitable, and it's up to the person to decide what kind of winning they want to get, of course, But of course, bro, there's a lot of weak men now. But that's what they want. That's the demasculating culture, like, demasculating men, like movement they're trying to do. Maybe it's not out there in plain sight, but if you read between the lines, you'll see what the fuck's actually going on. You look on the, it's just all over the place.
It's mostly more on media, TV,
Exactly.
The internet. But a lot of people spend a lot of the majority of their time in that shit, bro. It's like a different world when you're in the media,
The metaverse.
You guys ever heard of dopamine detox?
Yeah.
You heard of dopamine detox?
No.
It's pretty much like flushing out like all the phones, even music sometimes. Even you could even like dopamine detox from just like simply talking or like eating food, of course. Just certain things that would spike your dopamine, like you just don't do it for a bit to like reset in a way your dopamine, if that makes sense. Because sometimes our dopamine is so spiked up, bro, that it's like a constant, and then that's why you're not as able to focus as much because your mind's so like fucking spiked up. With all the dopamine around us.
This shit. Sometimes I catch myself just looking at stupid shit. I don't even have to.
I feel you, man. It's a pull. They did this very smart, bro, because I'm the same way. I'm like, I have so much things to do sometimes. I just get caught in this loophole on my phone, bro.
Looking at stupid shit.
Like, bro, then I catch myself. I'm like, dude, I feel like I wasted so much time. And it's a
concept. You know what I put my social media the apps, I put it under a folder called waste of time. So every time I click on it, I remind myself I'm wasting time.
You know what it is.
You know what